If you love knittings that looks elegant but feels simple to make, this one is for you. Today I'll show you my Reimagined Sophie Hood knit in moss stitch. The stitch that is beginner friendly but looks incredibly beautiful and textured. I designed this tutorial so beginners can follow along easily and experienced knitters can enjoy a relaxing, beautiful project. The hood fits most of the head sizes. It looks sophisticated, but trust me, it's actually comfy and super practical. You can think of it as a cool mix between a hat and a scarf. Alright, let's see what you need to knit it. I'm using a blown yarn. This is from wearable. It has the same length as drops air, so you can use any blown yarn. I used 3 skeins or close to 150 grams. Using needles number 4. Initially I started using number 5, but I thought it made my fabric a little bit too airy. It's quite windy here in Copenhagen, so that's why I decided to go to this size down, but you can totally use 5mm as well. Also I'm using scissor measuring tape, removable stitch markers and tapestry needle as well. That's pretty much all we need. You can also use a stitch counter, but it's optional. I'll tell you how to knit without it. Let's get started. Cast on 6 stitches. I'm leaving a short tail. We don't really need a long one here. So it's 2. I'm using long tail cast on, by the way. I have tutorial if you need it. Link it down below. 3, 4, 5, 6. Tighten knot. So now you see there are purl stitches. We're basically in the wrong side, and we establishing our I-cord here. First 3 stitches we need, including the first one. I'm using continental style, by the way. I also have a tutorial link below. Okay, I knitted first 3, and the last 3 I simply slip on the right needle, on the working needle. Make sure that your yarn in front of work. So it was base round, let's say, and now we have 3 stitches to knit. We always knit first 3 and always do this little slip trick for the last 3. That will form I-cord. 1, 2, and 3. Start forming main stitch pattern and do first increase. We will lift up the yarn here like this, put it on the holding needle. See, here is a right side and left side, so we try to put it this way that right side is close to us, and then we are grabbing the yarn like this. And the 3 I just slip. Can slip either just one by one if it's more comfortable to you, or 3 at once as I showed in the previous round. We knit first 3 stitches, and then this extra stitch has some sort of purl here because we now on the wrong side, so we do the purl stitch here. And that 3 we simply slip through. And yarn in front of work, that's very important. Knit first 3, 1, 2, and 3. here we have 2 knit stitches, and it's now time to shift the stitch. We will need 2 purl stitches because we're doing double most stitch, so it goes with 2 knit, then 2 purl, 2 knit, or 2 purl. So we already start forming it, and this 3 we just slip yarn in front of work. Again, doing I-cord, 3 knit stitches. This stitch is our main pattern stitch, and you see we have 2 purl stitches. Now we want 2 knit stitches, and this 3 we slip. I want to place a marker here where we did the increase on the right side. This way we will remember which side is the right side and in which side we're doing the increases. You see we have 2 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches in the middle, and before that there was nothing. So we formed the first knit stitch. I just place a marker, and now every increase we do, we will do on the side where is the marker. This is indication that it is the right side, and all the increases are formed right after these 3 stitches on the right side, right after I-cord. Now repeat these 4 rows, so it would be now 2 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches, and then we will do next increase together. I have here, we don't count the first one, so let's call it 0. Here is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Have a knit stitch, 2 knit stitches here on top of my cord. Here I have my 2 knit stitches, because I also want my increase always be knit stitch, and we'll do 2 knit stitches. Here we start forming purl stitches. Okay, I place my yarn like this, then I kind of put my left needle close to the root of the right side, and with the left side here I'm grab and pull it through. We did another increase. Here now I'm doing purl stitch, and the 3 I slip through, yarn in front of work, I-cord. Here I had 2 purl stitches and knit stitch on top. I'm repeating in the wrong side, always, like you see it's the wrong side, because the marker on the other side, we always knit what we see. So if there was a knit stitch, then I'll just knit. And here, because this is a knit stitch, next one would be purl stitch. We're forming a purl stitch. Here you can see this increase gave us some sort of purl stitch here, and 3 stitches of I-cord. We just slip and yarn in front of work. Now it's important to place a marker, and we are placing marker after every increase. Just move them along, so you take one from here, from one to another, and so on. But now here we are marking our increase. Carry on knitting. We changing the stitch every time when we're doing the right side. So here I had 2 knit stitches, and then this means that now I purl. If you're not familiar with double most stitch, I have a tutorial, I'll link it down below. It's very beginner friendly stitch, and it's most forgiving. So this is the way we are doing increases. Now here I'm repeating the pattern on the wrong side, and basically now we will repeat the same amount of rows for the next increase. Easy way to count, if you can either use a stitch counter if you want to, or the easy way to count it would be 2 knit, 2 purl, 2 knit, 2 pull, and 2 knit. You can easily count it by purl stitches because they are somewhat sticking out. So if you did 2 purl stitches here in front and then knit on top, then it means that the next be increase. I knitted to the next increase, so there's 2 purl, 2 knit, 2 purl, and 2 knit on top here. And it's time to add another increase. Show you last time how to do increases and how to manage the stitches so everything will be coming out nicely and aligned. Now we do I-quarters. And you see I have 2 knit stitches on top of 2 purl. I lift up this yarn in between I-cord and the stitch, place it on the needle, and put my left needle in front of the right side of the stitch and grab the yarn with my working needle close to the left side of the stitch. Simply pull it through. Okay. And the 1 stitch is added. Now this 2 knit stitches means that it's time to shift to the purl. Okay, and here I have 2 purl stitches, and it means I need to do a knit stitch. 3 stitches is a I-cord. Here on the back side I just knit what I see. I see there is a purl stitch. Wrong side I repeat in a pattern. If there was a purl stitch, then it's a knit one here. I don't know why I cannot see it clearly. Yeah, it's here. And this extra stitch, if it's look, if it's a knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, then it's a purl stitch again. You can see this little bump. It's just exactly like a I-cord we have here, small one because it's our increase. So, but it's also easy to understand. If it's a purl stitch here, then it's knit. Yeah, now it's clearly seen. And if it's a knit stitch, then the next is purl. That's how double moss work. I-cord stitches, just slip. And now it's very important to place the markers so it will be easy to count of next increase. See, there is this teeny tiny bump here. I place my marker here. Now you know what to do. We are placing markers and doing increases like this until approximately 23.5 centimeters wide, or it's 9.4 inches approximately. This is the end of part 1. In part 2 we'll continue knitting, shape the hood and see it come to life. Take your time, and when you're ready I'll see you in part 2.